Hello YouTube, this is Hunting Guy 532, and today I decided to do a video of consideration for some bug out guns, or maybe potentially even home defense guns if it was WROL, but this is most likely going to be geared towards if you had to bug out with your family, yourself, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whoever, your family members. If at any time you had to leave because of a natural disaster or an emergency. I've got 3 guns here today, 1 shotgun and 2 22 rifles, and I've also got some ammunition for them too to show you what I would carry. And this is going to be open to discussion. What would you prefer out of all three, all that kind of thing. And first up is my single shot 12 gauge shotgun break barrel. I've reviewed it. It's in my survival guns video. Um, as you guys know, I do have a sling for it. I just kept it off like this for storage. So has been safety checked. Now it is 12 gauge, single shot, break barrel shotgun. It just has a bead sight. Just the camera there. Just has a regular bead sight. It's a great hunting shotgun, but what I like about this, what would make it a good bug out gun, is it's very light, and it fires a 12 gauge round. Now mine has a full choke, so if I wanted to fire slugs, they'd have to be Foster slugs, with buckshot, duck shot. Actually, something a lot of people overlook. I like duck shot because it's high powered, very devastating because it has to be able to reach long distances to hit ducks, but it'll spread like regular bird shot, but hit you like buckshot. So all depending on what sizes you get and all that. The gun is very light, and if you know what you're doing, you can reload a single shot like this very quickly. It doesn't have the automatic ejection as you've seen. It's just wood here. It does have a sling, so it will make it easier for transport. It would, if you had to bug out with your family or whatever, it would make a good gun for hunting to feed them. So if you live like I do on the east coast of Canada, hunting grouse and rabbits would be very easy with this gun. Ducks, if you can get if the birds are migrating, you can get ducks and geese with it. Basically, that'll feed your family, but also it's a 12 gauge. If you learn and know how to reload it quickly, it can make a great defensive gun. So you can also protect your family. So you can take this gun, feed and protect your family all at the same time with it. The ammunition for the 12 gauge I have. This is just a regular universal number 4. This is a lead shot, 12 gauge, 2 3/4 inch. My shotgun, that break barrel only holds 2 3/4 inch shells. You can find ones that'll hold 3 inch shells, but this is one. This is just a regular bird load. This would most likely be for hunting, defense, whatever. Something else. A duck shot. This is size 6 shot. Winchester Super X. The duck loads are steel. This would be a good defensive round and all-around hunting round. And in Canada and the U.S., I know it is law that you hunt with steel shot for migratory birds, with the exception of woodcock in Canada. I'm not sure about the United States, but in WROL in a bug-out situation, I don't think it would really matter if you shot a duck with lead or not. But this has got a lot more reach than this. This has a lot more power than this. This would do fine, especially in ROL, rule of law, home defense shell. Birdshot works perfect, and this stuff it's very strong. It'll spread like a birdshot, but it hits like a buckshot. That's what a lot of duck shot does. So to me, that's good. It would work for me. These are 2 shells I would definitely have on me. I'm looking into finding some Foster slugs. I've yet to find them in my area, but I'm still looking hard. And I had buckshot for it, but I shot it all up with my friend Airsoft Man 332. We went out one day shooting, and I brought the buckshot to shoot up. So I'm gonna have to get some more of that, maybe around the new year. The other gun, my Savage 64G 22 semi-automatic rifle. This I've done a review on it. It is in my Survival Guns Part 1 video as well. Semi-automatic, fires 22 long rifle, and is clip fed. So just do that. Just so you know, as you can tell, this is unloaded. There's nothing in the clip. So what you do, if this was forward, you would just push this in, put your thumb here, cock it, push that forward, and you can bring the gun up and use it and employ it as whatever. Now, with it being semi-automatic, it offers a quick follow-up shot. So if you're out hunting, and maybe let's say you were out hunting and you saw a rabbit, shot it, then you saw another rabbit really quickly, you got the quick follow-up shot. It would make a good defensive gun because of the quick shots. Although 22 doesn't have a lot of power, you'd have to get some really high velocity ammunition. And here's the ammunition. I use for it. Just your standard 22 long rifle round, lead. Um, it fires. It's high velocity. If it was to also be used as defensive stuff, you might want super or hyper velocity. It's a 40 grain bullet, and I use solids. Because to me, if you're gonna use a 22, also as a defensive, hollow points wouldn't be the greatest because you're gonna want as much penetration as possible. And a good way to I like to carry it if you decide to go with the 22 is Federal Ammunition. And other ammunition companies make these little boxes of 50 round shots. These are great. They're nice and light and whatnot, so you can carry these quite easily. Another good choice would be they're like the plastic boxes made by CCI. They hold 100. The ideal amount to bug out with, depending on the type of situation. If it was just after a natural disaster or something, I would probably go 200, maybe 250. In WROL bug out kind of situation where there's no rule of law, you want to get your family out of potential harm's way, 400 to maybe 450. Again, 22 is light, but enough 22 makes it heavy. So that's this. Again, I keep a sling on it. The gun is kind of heavy compared to the shotgun, but it's still a good rifle. It's still fairly light. It is a 22 after all. Another good option would be maybe a Ruger 1022. You don't have to get the black stocks or the tactical stuff for it, but maybe if you had like a couple 30 round clips and a 10 clip for hunting, that would work out well. Um, Another gun. Again, you've seen it in survival guns. I believe you've seen it in my larger survival kits video if you've seen it. And I have yet to do a review on it, but I'm getting to it. Is this little 22 bolt action rifle, just very little subcompact. You can take it apart and it'll fit inside of a backpack relatively easy. Single shot bolt action. So again, it fires 22 long rifle. What you do, you just put your little bullet in there. Again, as you see, it's unloaded. You close it, and then the back part here, you pull that back, and then you pull the trigger. The sights on it aren't very good, but it's very light. It would make an excellent hunting rifle. If you had smaller or younger kids, maybe around 10 or 8 years old, that you had to bug out with, this would be a great rifle for them to carry because it's so light and it makes a good hunting rifle. I wouldn't suggest it as maybe if you also had to defend your family with it, just because it's very slow to reload and the bullet is small. It wouldn't do much. The 22. It's very lethal, but the idea behind protecting yourself and your family isn't lethality. It is stopping power with one or two well-placed shots. So it's slow to reload, and the gun doesn't offer much. However, I don't have any kids myself, but if I did, maybe 8, 10 years old, okay, they're finally at that age where they would carry their own bug-out bag. Maybe this would be a rifle I would give to them just as a extra gun out there, a hunting rifle. And if all else fails and you had to defend yourself, this single shot 22 is better than nothing. So, and again, I would probably carry it the same with in the same style like this. I don't buy the ammunition in the big boxes that it's all loose. I only do that if I'm just going to use it strictly as just going out and shooting a lot of 22 ammo. But usually I buy this stuff because I can shoot it. It also makes it convenient to go hunting with because you just pick this up, or in WROL bug out situations, you just grab a couple boxes of these or have a couple boxes of these ready. That's it for now. This is Hunting Guy 532, and I will maybe post another video to this, maybe another bug out, maybe more considerations for bug out gear. But other than that, I'm going to post